R&D and brand liaison for Magura Direct. We're at the Magura Direct press camp in Sedona, Arizona. Ruthie, we're going to take a little break from talking about product because I want to hear about the Iron Horse Classic. 40th year anniversary, correct?
Yes, in Durango, Colorado, and it's a road race that the field races the train to Silverton. So it's Durango to Silverton. It's a historic train line from the mining days, and 40 years ago they decided to have a bike race to race the train, and I've competed numerous times. I've won it several times, and they asked past winners to come out and participate this year as the 40th. So I will be a tourist. For the very first time, I will be riding to Silverton as a tourist, and I'm really looking forward to it. Durango is situated basically 6,512 feet, and Silverton is at 9,000 feet, but between the two towns there are two passes. They're both close to 11,000 feet. About 10 miles out of town, maybe more, there's the Shalona Hill, and that leads up to Purgatory or Durango Mountain Resort. And that is really where people stay together in the fields until they hit that first climb, and then it tends to explode, and you have small groups racing into Silverton. So you go up a first major pass, which is Coal Bank Pass, drop down about 1,000 feet from 11, so you drop down about 9 and go back up to 11 and then drop into Silverton at 9. I think the men finish it in just over 2 hours, and I think my fastest time was around 2:20, 2.5. I could be totally mistaken, people. But I'm really just hoping to get there in a reasonable amount of time this year. But I love the climb, and I know that I can do it. I just need to pace myself and not get too anxious. As today, Mario Kumar, he's a gold medalist in the Olympics, and he's done the tour like 7 or 9 times. And so we're racing home today from our ride, not our training ride, a ride. And I got all smart and went in the wind and pulled, and then I got dropped. So I'm gonna sit on. I'm not gonna pull the whole way. And, oh, yeah, I did. I challenged Mario.
Tell me about the Rails to Trails a little bit, and also the climate change advocacy ride coming up.
Focus really wanted to get involved with more advocacy events, and so we talked, and I said, gosh, that is near and dear to my heart, and I would love to be a part of that. So the first event that I will be doing with Focus is going to be the Sojourn Rails to Trails ride in Pennsylvania, and it starts near Pittsburgh. It's a 6-day event, and I think it's limited to 300 participants, but it's people from like kids to grandparents. I mean, there's a guy in his 80s that did it last year. He's like, I sure hope I can do it again this year. So I really hope to meet him. On that ride, I'll be actually riding my urban touring bike, which is called a Maletta, and it's a really, really fun bike because it's got 3 chain rings in the front, it's got a ton of gearing, it's got fenders, it's got a kickstand. The kickstand is cute.
Right.
Generator lights front and rear.
Matthes and a kickstand.
I am so psyched about this kickstand because it's like it makes parking it so much easier. In October, we have the climate ride, and that's actually during this week right now, there's a ride with theclimateride.org, and they start in New York City and they go to Washington, D.C. So the participants, they have to go out and raise $2,400 to participate in the ride. And that is fundraising for energy solutions and advocacy work for cycling. So it's great to be a part of that as well. And as I said, this week they're going from New York to D.C. and then the ride that I will participate in is Northern California to San Francisco. And that's really true.